On the road to securing top 8 in the Champions League phase, I'm hoping that these will be the final two group phase matches that I'll be bringing you. But in order to do so, we, or more specifically me, needs to go on a little redemption arc against PSG. Hello and welcome back to Unemployed to Legends Club 4 episode 20 with Liverpool. My name is Craig and come up on today's episode. Two more Champions League games for you, but with a bit of a redemption arc to them. Home against old rivals PSG and away against Hertha Berlin. We'll come to the Hertha Berlin situation after the first game because old enemies PSG rocking up to Anfield. We have a bit of a bone to pick with them after our time in France for a few seasons. Now, since you're last with me, we've got ourselves actually more than a handful of games, a lot of games done since Ajax and Inter in the last episode. We're looking a bit dicey in the Premier League for a little bit. We had lost 2 straight Premier League games against Leeds and Chelsea. Leeds United seemed to be our bogey team for whatever reason. It was only 1-0 this time, so count our blessings somewhere. Before a 2-1 loss away against Chelsea. We did exit the Carabao Cup, what a shame, before turning it around against Stoke and Manchester United, interestingly, at Old Trafford. I think that's the first time I've beaten them at Old Trafford in many an FM, actually. They are notoriously difficult. And after our most recent win against Leicester City, it does leave us joint top of the Premier League in a 3-way tie at the moment. It's stupidly tight. Liverpool, Manchester United, Arsenal, all on 30. West Ham were leading the Premier League at one point. They've dropped just 2 points back with Man City in 5th on 27 points. This is the problem. We've got to play and compete hard in the Champions League and in the Premier League. This is why I'm kind of understanding now why not many English teams have actually won the Champions League. As you can see, we are sitting round 3rd at the moment with a game in hand on a lot of others, including Lens. Lens got a victory. Who did they beat? Hang on. Where is their game? Who did they actually beat then? Oh, they beat Porto, fair enough. But of course, over the entirety of the save, Liverpool ironically won the Champions League in the first season, and since then only Chelsea and Newcastle have actually won the Champions League, whereas obviously PSG are 2-time winners, Bayern Munich, a thorn in our side, Barcelona and of course Real Madrid. Okay. But despite that, we still hope to go all the way, and we are going to be starting with hopefully a little bit of redemption against the PSG side we've only actually beaten once, and that was, I think, that was at Lens, but I think it was at home, and even then it took a, I think, 80-odd minute winner from a header to actually beat him in a league game for the first and only time. So this is going to be the 11 that we're going to send out. It's Slolina in goal, and he is playing because Marcel Lotka has torn his ab muscles, so he's out for another 2 to 4 weeks. Also, may as well get out of the way now, Manuel Silva, our left back, he suffered a broken leg, so he's out for 2 to 4 months, which is not ideal. So we're going to be relying on Amaral and Nahil Diaz at left back, as well as Saravia. Actually, I've forgotten about Saravia. He can play left back. He's been mostly just a centre back for me this entire season, but he'll be playing there as well at times. Our defence is going to be Amaral, Saravia, centre back, Bazera and Shiman Yuntak, with Stingel at the base of the midfield, Ferrer and Sestari in midfield, Migliorini attacking midfield, Luis Carlos, and the return of Anderson Luiz up front. Yes, Anderson Luiz has recovered from, what did we have again? Damaged cruciate ligaments, that's it. He recovered about a month ago. He has been getting some game time in. He's now match fit again, so he's going to be starting. He's made 3 starts actually, 2 substitute appearances, and he's already bagged 2 goals and 1 assist. That's how much we missed Anderson Luiz. He's just a quality player all around, and it's good to have him back in the squad, despite the fact that even in his absence, Diogo Migliorini, who is starting this game as you've seen, has actually been putting in some good performances in the Premier League and the Champions League. He's got 2 goals and 6 assists this season so far. He has been on a bit of a dry spell, ironically, since that Ajax game in the last episode, but Hopefully, now that he's on camera again, maybe he might show exactly what he's capable of. Maybe he's one of those players, he just plays well for the cameras. CDK is on the bench. He did play at the weekend against Leicester, so he is a little bit tired. So hopefully we'll see him again against Hertha Berlin, which is not straight after this match. We've got about 3 matches I'm going to be doing off camera after this one, and then we'll get into Hertha Berlin. Again, more on why we're facing Hertha Berlin in a little bit. Sestari tries to play the ball back, he just ends up playing it right back into the hands of PSG. We turn the ball over. It's just back and forth at the moment. Sestari, if he can just play it into the middle, he's known for a good assist or two. Ferrer, Stingel, Amaral tries to shoot, but for some reason, oh, good shot by Sestari. In the end, eventually the ball did make its way over to him, but it is out for a corner. Axel Ferrer swings the ball in, and there is Saravia, but it is just tipped round the post by Donnarumma. Yes, that is the same Gianluigi Donnarumma, one of the best goalkeepers in the world. He's only 32, amazingly. I think we're in the year 2032 at this point. I keep forgetting how stupidly young this goalkeeper is, and he just makes another great save right there. We're peppering the guy with shots, and he's just getting his 6'5" frame right behind all the shots. Another corner in, and there is Donnarumma yet again. Good God. A lot of the PSG squad, I've noticed, are the same players that we actually left them with when we left France after our stint at Lens. Can't keep getting those mixed up, man. Come on. But a lot of the players are the same. Oh, I thought that was going to be a penalty there. Sestari. Stingel. Oh, beautiful ball into Carlos, and that is in the back of the net. Suspicion of offside. We've seen this too many times with Luis Carlos. Is that a goal? Their hands are not up, and it is disallowed. I think he is just offside. Beautiful ball through for Stingel. Just about. Yeah. He does that too often. Him or Charlie Ross, it didn't matter who we'd have on the field. They all do exactly the same thing. They just go offside way too often. Lavia is not starting this match either because he plays at the weekend when I should actually have probably played Sestari. Now that I think about it, my team selections have been a little bit questionable. We played Leicester at the weekend, but Leicester are sitting 5th in the Premier League. This is the problem. The Premier League is stupidly competitive, and we have to make sure we are top 4 minimum, and also competitive in the Champions League. Why are you trying to shoot there? My God, Ferrer with a cannon of a shot. Donnarumma just saves it again, as he does. But it does put us at a disadvantage to someone like PSG, which probably explains why they've won the Champions League twice in 10 seasons, including just before and while we were in France. Another corner, Ferrer. In swinger, but it is cleared. His corners are not terrible, it's just that nobody can get their head onto them, and by no one I mean Saravia. Although I haven't checked my corner routine in a long time. I might have to do that at half time, which is going to be done exactly right now. 0-0. PSG haven't offered too much, which is good, but then we've not offered enough. Come on lads, just dig in. Let's just have a look at our set pieces. Attack, left hand side. Right, so we've got tall players in there. Who is that? That's Saravia. Where is Becerra? Becerra's actually taller. So what we're going to do, we're going to try and put the tall player at the far post, because apparently that draws like the main defender towards him all the time. He's already at the far post there. That's clearly not working. So we're going to go near post. Oh my God, who is this? Migliorini? No, Migliorini cannot be there. He is so far below 6 feet tall. Right, so... oh my God, it can't even let me swap. Right, you can go there, and we need a striker sitting in there. Yeah, we need a striker in the box at all times. Let's just see if that will work, because I think we need to do something a little bit different, because the corners that we've been putting in have been, they're okay, they're just not getting to their intended target. As PSG just cut off right through our defence after, literally just after half time. They're clearly coming out with full intent. We do have a couple of big hitters, of course, on the bench, like I've mentioned, CDK, Lavia, and they will probably come on and just be rested again at the weekend. What did I just see? He's not offside. Who missed the header? Right, who was this? Oh, for God's sake. Oh, Amaral. Right, Borgia's going on. Biglierini's going off, and actually, hold up. No, Anderson Luiz is going to go into attacking midfield. I know he can play very well there. And Ronaldo is going to go on. We're going to put Ronaldo on, advance forward. Luis Carlos can drop into that deep line forward role. And Axel Ferrer is just not having a good game. So I tell you what, where is Lavia? There's Lavia. Right, Lavia is going to go on box to box. We need to do something far different. We really should have been at least 1-1 or 2-1 up. 1-0 or 2-1 up. Sestari, play the ball in, man. Ronaldo, he was sitting offside anyway, I'm pretty sure. Right, a few more tired legs. Just after the hour mark, Sestari is going to come off for Samuel Ricky. And Amaral is going to go off. Did I accidentally put Tobar in defence? What am I doing? Borgia can go left back. Actually, no, hang on. Right, Borgia is going to go on for Luis Carlos then. Saravia is going to go left back, and Amaral is going to have to go off for Catanit. Oh no, we've got no more subs. I can't believe I made that much of a gaff. I put Tobar on instead of Borgia before. Just press him up a little bit higher. I mean, could they absolutely take advantage of that? Yeah, of course they could. But we're 1-0 down, and I'd rather not lose to them. So there is Ronaldo. He's got the pace. Easily got the pace. He hasn't got the finish. At this point, I'm fully regretting not refreshing the forward line in the summer. Siman into Samuel Ricky, and Donnarumma saves again. PSG, they can actually thank Donnarumma today because, quite frankly, he has been the best player on the pitch for them. Corner has been swung in. Shiman. Oh, there was absolutely nobody who was going to have that. Oh, this is not looking great. And absolutely nobody went for the ball there. Saravia, thank goodness, he's much more competent of a left back. In fact, is he playing? Yeah, Amaral is still on the pitch. Amaral has no choice, realistically. In fact, he's on support already. He is already on support. Ricky into Stingel, Anderson Luiz. An Anderson Luiz goal right now would be great. But who cares? Ronaldo scored. I do not care. Drop it back to positive. Let's not completely expose ourselves. But that was so needed. Ronaldo with a great header. Ricky doing all the work on the right hand side into Anderson Luiz. And I think Ricky actually came back inside and made the assist. I need to start him more often, I really do. But I also want to see Sestari just develop himself as well. As Amaral is looking very tired. We are just going to have to drop back a little bit. I mean, a lot of their players are also tired as well, but our defence is shattered. Saravia, I mean, I don't know. Are we looking good for a winner, or are we trying to hold on as Mbappe? Dear God, Mbappe. I forgot about him. Amaral actually does a good header this time. Well done. Congratulations. Ronaldo's through again here. You redeem yourself. Amaral's redeemed himself and put forward a blinder of an assist for Ronaldo. Ronaldo with a 2-goal salvo to put us 2-1 up. And Amaral, you can go and thank Ronaldo later on with a drink or two because he absolutely saved you there. Ever since he's come on, he's looked like a world beater against this defence. Right, it is currently 89 minutes. Game management. I do not care. We need to do this. Whoops, put that down, thank you. Yes, put that down, thank you. Into balanced. We've got 5 minutes of injury time. Why 5 minutes? Tobar. Lavia. A third goal for us now would really provide a level of comfort for us. Amaral. Lavia with a shot, but he unfortunately spoons it. There's nothing else we can actually do at the moment, so we're just hoping and praying at this point. Tobar. Ronaldo. Just play it out wide, man. Thank you. Amaral. Oh, into Ronaldo again, and oh, it is corner. Donnarumma carried it over the line. It is a corner. First big mistake from him. Right, just pass it short and just keep it in the corner. That's all I care about right now. Shiman. It's not set up like that, is it? He's just gonna... He's wasting time anyway. Absolutely fine. Take the yellow card. I actually don't care. I will actually praise you for it. He eventually takes it. Ronaldo into Amaral, and it's saved again by Donnarumma, but it was deflected. Hopefully that was more than enough. See us over the line. This would be a great result and a nice little redemption. Against the amount of times PSG have been a thorn in my side, and now we can be a thorn in their side. It feels good. It does feel good. It's amazing what money can buy you when you buy a squad of world-class players. And that puts us second in the group, along with West Ham, who are top. What are West Ham doing? Did they even play today? No, they didn't. Arsenal got thrashed by Real Madrid. Interesting. But the good news is that keeps PSG a good 6 points behind us. There's 3 games to play, and we are 5 points clear of 9th place in the battle for top 8. Excellent stuff. We go into the Hertha Berlin match, hopefully with confidence, but we've got 3 other games to get through off camera first, so I shall see you on the other side of those matches. So 3 straight victories against Brighton, Middlesbrough and Newcastle United. This one was very cagey at St James's Park, but we got over the line and we are still joint top of the Premier League, but this time only with Arsenal, Man U and West Ham have dropped back just a little bit. But there are a few financial woes that are starting to build off the pitch. £220 million in debt now. We are over the wage budget, because the board have completely reduced all of my budgets. We no longer have £42 million, which was the figure that we had for January. Yeah, that's all gone now. So I'm having to use whatever we get in to try and get us back up to a point where we're within the wage budget, but we are currently outside of it by about £1,000 a week. It's not too disastrous, but despite the fact we're sitting on financial status of okay, projections are not looking particularly great. We're not going to be here obviously beyond the end of the season, but it just feels like if we don't win the Champions League this season, we will not be able to anyway after this season. So probably a good time for us to get out, which is why it's crucial that we finish in the top 8 of the the league phase of the Champions League, so we go straight into the round of 16. We've got 3 games left of the league phase. So this is who we're going to be sending out against Hertha Berlin. Slonina is still in goal. A back 4 of Amaral, Debola, Borja and Jovanovic, who is starting at right back for once because Shiman, I don't really want to waste his energy down to the point he needs a holiday. We've already had to send Lavia and Stingor off a holiday. They're back now, but Saravia has now gone on holiday because he needs one. So Jovanovic will be seeing a little bit more game time certainly this month, just to give Shiman a bit of a break when needed. He's started making a lot more appearances this season, so he's going to start right back for us. Has he played in the Champions League at all? Okay, he's come on as a sub 4 times apparently, fair enough. Wharton at the base of the midfield with Sestari and Ricky ahead of him. Swap those 2 around please. De Catalare in attacking midfield with Ross and Tobar, the 2 men up front. Ronaldo starting as a substitute because he's more of an impact sub. So the reason we are facing Hertha Berlin here is because I should have actually shown this before the match, but they are considered the 2nd best team in the Bundesliga behind Bayern Munich, or at least they were last season, because that's where they finished, about 9 points behind Bayern Munich. And Bayern Munich obviously were the team who not only knocked us out the Champions League, they ended up winning the whole thing. So it feels like if we're going to actually win the Champions League, we kind of need to dethrone Bayern Munich. And one way to see if we're actually going to be able to face up to Bayern Munich is to see if we can beat Hertha Berlin. So that's why I've chosen to face them. They have Kimmich playing for them. Interesting, Joshua Kimmich appears to have gone to Hertha Berlin. And into half-time we go. Absolutely nothing happened in that half. So, time for... I clicked the wrong option. I was meant to click time for everyone to dig in. What can we change then in this second half? Do you know what? Looking at this, Charlie Ross has not had a good game so far. So Ronaldo is going to come on as that impact sub as a striker. Hopefully he'll make a good impact, the same impact in fact hopefully, that he made against PSG in the last match. I was about to say alternatively we could see like no highlights and just go to a 0-0, which would be absolutely fine for me. Oh god, and they just hit the bar, did Hertha Berlin. I'm just looking at this actually. A lot of their players are tiring very quickly, so are ours actually. So Amaral is going to go off for Shiman Yuntak, who is going to go at left back. Jovanovic can stay on, and CDK is tiring as well. So we're going to make that third change. We still have 2 changes to go. Migliorini is going to come on in attacking midfield for De Ketelaere. De Ketelaere feels like more of a Premier League player this season, so that's fine. If Migliorini and Anderson Luiz want to be Champions League players, CDK can take care of the Premier League. That's absolutely fine. Then we get ourselves a throw in here. Just as I stop speaking is when we decide to get a highlight. Fantastic. Thank you, game. Ball over to Ronaldo. He is clear here. Oh, and it's just off the crossbar. He almost had that same impact. He did that against PSG and then he ended up scoring twice. So, I don't know. Make your own conclusions if he's going to score again in this one. Borja. Trying to build up from the back. Please just move the ball downfield. Thank you. Tobar playing very deep. Migliorini just gives the ball away, man. What are you doing? Oh, beautiful ball through by Dybala. Ronaldo's in here. Oh my god, he just kicked it into the goalkeeper's stomach. That's brilliant. Oh, the poor man. Right, we have 2 more substitutions and a lot of tired players. So, defensively, Bezerra is going to come on for Borja. And midfield, it's going to have to be someone in the midfield. Do you know what? Trent Alexander-Arnold, but he's going to go as the box-to-box. Apparently he can play there quite well. And when he does play there. So let's just give him about 10 minutes there. He's got some fresh legs. Although the man is getting on in years now. Hopefully he won't have to use too much of that energy. Ball just given away here. Saravia absolutely... just lost it. Oh, he didn't even get the ball. That's just cost us. What is going on with our passing? Poor ball across. That was Jovanovic who gave that away, actually. I don't want to see that again. Come on, boys. Let's try and get back into this one now. Problem is, we've got much less time to do it. It's not a complete death sentence, this us losing here. Oh, Turbo almost got to that. It's not a death sentence, us losing here, of course, but... It just throws a spanner in the works, which is not welcome, and we've just been caught. Oh, goodness me, lads, get it away. Thank you. Right, up the other end, please. And we're running out of time. There's no point making any changes now. We're not going to get to it. We have just lost to Hertha Berlin, which is awkward because I was hoping we would beat them. How much? 2.72 XG. They deserved it. There's no other way of saying that. And that makes me question a lot of things now, because we've got financial issues to the point we're not strengthening in January unless we sell a lot, some significant players for significant money. I mean, we should still be okay to make the top 8. That's all I'll say, especially as we have... Who do we have in the last 2 games? I think it's Cluj and then Sporting Lisbon. Cluj are down near the bottom, that's fine, and then Sporting Lisbon... Oh, where are they? Oh, they're down near the bottom as well. We should be okay to make the top 8. In which case, we're going to come back for the next episode. Hopefully for the round of 16. That is the big hope. Otherwise, we will come back in January if something significant happens. Like we make some significant sales or financially we deteriorate even worse. But we'll find that out on the next episode, won't we? If you've enjoyed today's episode, make sure that you hit the like button down below and smash the big red subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you all for your support on the series so far. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode.